This backwoods Barbie, he was tricking up money. She's in the passenger seat of my Rolls Royce Ferrari. And, really? Really? And our son's in Miami. So I have to be calm on the phone with him, like a loving mother. I have to be happy on the TV every morning live from New York.
Wendy Williams will not get played by her ex-husband and his new girlfriend. Now that alimony isn't being paid, Kevin Hunter is distraught and broke. If they think they can live off her, then they better pack their bags and look for another person to smooch off of because she's not allowing any of this nonsense. She worked hard for her money and you best believe she was already generous enough to help her ex out. They obviously shouldn't ask for more. What'll happen to them now that Wendy's show got canceled and she has no job? Wendy Williams is one of the most successful and famous talk show hosts. There's no one who doesn't know her name. With her fame comes a lot of money and of course people who follow her all because of cash are just behind the trail. She probably didn't expect her husband to be one of those people because who in the right mind would do that? Wendy was married to Kevin Hunter for more than 2 decades. For years, their names would only be associated with each other because Wendy was a star and Kevin was her right-hand man. He was her manager and he was also a producer of The Wendy Williams Show. They were a match made in heaven and even welcomed their son Kevin Hunter Jr. by the year 2000. Little did everyone know things were going south behind the camera. As we said, Kevin worked as a producer for Wendy on her projects for several years, including the biography Queen of Media and the TV docuseries The Wendy Williams Project. So imagine if they divorced. He would also get fired from all his jobs, and that's exactly what happened. Well, Wendy had the looks, the jab, the money. What could her husband ask for more, right? He could literally just chill with all the money she earned, but no, he had to use it for the wrong reasons. According to Wendy, Kevin's really a serial cheater. Apparently, she knew he had affairs almost since the beginning of their relationship, including before they were married. Still though, she said she doesn't regret putting up with him for all 25 years. I guess that's what unconditional love looks like, but it couldn't be us. Kevin really did Wendy wrong and he's still expecting her to support him. Here's what he did. Aside from being the multitasking lover that he is, Kevin would use Wendy's money to treat his mistresses. That's her hard-earned money from blood, sweat, and tears all wasted on other women just because her ex thought he was entitled to it. Wendy really knew that her former husband used the money to wine and dine his other partners. Actually, there was also another girl who Kevin was kind of loyal to, and that was Sharina Hudson, his mistress for years, perhaps since 2007. When Wendy found out about this huge relationship, she didn't even bat an eye. Kevin actually bought a house for Sharina just 9 miles away from his and Wendy's comfy home. She was fine with it as long as they didn't have a kid. Lo and behold, they conceived a daughter. That was the last straw for the TV show host and she filed for a divorce by 2019. But that wasn't the last time she saw him. She wasn't willing to play stepmother for Kevin and Sharina's love child. If they used Wendy's money when they were still dating, of course they'll find a way to use her money now that she and Kevin are divorced. The news immediately follows photos of Kevin and his mistress Sharina Hudson on vacation surfacing online. After that, rumors started swirling that she already gave birth to a baby girl. Kevin Hunter then issued a public apology to Wendy while neither confirming nor denying that he's the father of the child. I am not proud of my recent actions and take full accountability and apologize to my wife, my family, and her amazing fans, Kevin said in a statement. I am going through a time of self-reflection and am trying to right some wrongs. It's obvious that he only stayed with Wendy because he needed money to survive Hollywood. He said it was an amicable divorce, the fastest one in Hollywood yet, but we think Wendy just wanted out of there. It turns out that Kevin Hunter wants to be paid for alimony and child support, which literally cannot be because their child isn't even a minor anymore. The more he made loopholes to get Wendy's money, the funnier it was. Sadly though, Wendy fell for it and decided to give him a bit of money just to sustain his life and his new kids. She would give money as long as she still had the Wendy Williams Show or some other projects that were lined up and had the same salary. That's too generous of her, don't you think? We thought she was just making a fool out of herself, but it turns out that it was the smartest idea she had ever made. For a few months, the alimony would help Sharina open new businesses that never lasted long and helped Kevin sustain his family even when he's unemployed. Now that Wendy's show is over and she has no jobs, she doesn't need to pay alimony. She was practically a jobless billionaire by then and Kevin and Sharina went back begging on their knees. For the last season of The Wendy Williams Show, we hardly ever saw Wendy on screen. She had to leave a bit because of multiple illnesses and this actually led to the hard decision of canceling the show. Wendy has suffered from numerous health conditions as well as lost financial control over her money. This didn't stop her ex-husband from contesting the end of the alimony money though. Kevin Hunter alleges that without her financial support, he cannot afford basic things such as car insurance payments and monthly bills. But this isn't Wendy's problem, is it? The stipend gave him a lifestyle that included a lavish home, homeowner fees, luxurious vehicles, as well as the possible care for his mistress-turned-fiancé and illegitimate child father during the marriage. He has now asked the court to demand that his alimony payments resume. He wants them to order Wendy's guardian to make payments as contractually required under the MSA and severance agreement. This is because he has fallen behind on his bills, especially payments to the Homeowners Association, which can lead to foreclosure. The father of two claimed that he needs hip surgery, which he can't afford without insurance, and as a result of non-treatment. He lives with daily pain. Honestly, Kevin can't blame Wendy for any of this, for being played and outsmarted because they made a deal when they divorced. According to their marital settlement agreement, if Wendy was no longer employed, then she would not be liable to provide alimony to Hunter, and all payments would cease. So now, the talk show that she became famous for has been canceled with no foreseeable renewal date as of October 2021. Court documents did state that Kevin Hunter's monthly alimony payments ended in February 2022. That means Wendy has been giving alimony even though she herself was jobless for a few months. She's really giving him too much slack. Kevin wants everything half and half with Wendy since he claims that he's the reason the show got popular and was the brains of it. He even had the audacity to credit his mistress for the success of the show when his ex-wife's name is literally on the title of the show. Wendy's fans are not here for this, especially because she's sick. It's like he's kicking her more with dirt just by begging for more money after cheating on her and ruining a marriage. Her fans are saying, the fact that she had to pay him anything at all is beyond me when he cheated and had a baby on her. They definitely didn't add infidelity on her prenup. Kevin is a sorry excuse of a man. It's really sad that he has no shame begging his ex for her money. He's ridiculous, and Wendy has always said she's smart and she's a thinker and planner. So this should come as no surprise that she thought this out so well. It looks like no one understands Kevin and Sharina's side at all. He's just making a big fool out of himself. If he really thinks he's the brain behind Wendy, then why doesn't he get his own job and pay for his own things? He can bring this more to court, but we can't see him winning anything. He should have read those divorce papers first before jumping into another life with a new girl. Remember that some of this information is all based on theories and opinions that shouldn't be considered facts. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching.